All right, the next thing that you got to do, even though you do all the nasal rinses and stuff like that, you have to protect the throat from getting infected from all the drainage. Because even if you take Flonase and everything else, it dries stuff up, but you still have the post-nasal drip like when you sleep, and it will cause the back of the throat to get infected. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to gargle with salt water, cayenne, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And you want to get the Bragg's that has the mother in it, and I'll link this stuff up below the video if you want to just order it. Salt, the biggest thing is do not use table salt. You need to use some kind of salt, a sea salt with color. It's got to be a color. This is Old Thompson Himalayan pink sea salt. And then you want to make sure you get organic cayenne pepper so there's no bullshit in it as you're gargling it. Usually I would do this in the bathroom, but just to make the video and try to help you guys, I'm going to do it in the kitchen. Just make sure you clean up. It's kind of weird if you gargle and spit in the sink and then like wash vegetables or make food or something in the same sink. Kind of weird. But I don't usually use a microwave for much, but today it might be too hot. Microwave this stuff. And then I think about a teaspoon of salt. I do about 10 turns on this guy, on the grinder. And then I don't really measure anything anymore. I've been doing this for quite a while. It would be about a tablespoon or two of the apple cider vinegar. And then I will actually measure maybe a little bit more of that. I will actually, this is good too for getting mucus flow out of the sinuses. I'm going to measure this because it gets caught in the cap a lot, and it's hard to tell how much you put in there if you take the cap off and do it like this. So I'm going to do a little less than a teaspoon, probably about half a teaspoon. I don't know if you can see that, maybe a tiny bit more. So put that in there, mix it on up. It's going to look like a nasty rust-colored lemonade, and it's probably going to taste like shit, but it totally works for gargling and disinfecting the throat and promoting sinus drainage by adding the apple cider in there. And then of course you can't go wrong with a sea salt mouth rinse or throat rinse, whatever you want to call it, for gargling. The hotter you can tolerate, the better. I can't personally. I'm already coughing because I inhaled a little bit of the powder fumes from the cayenne. So bottoms up. Sometimes it takes a second to get used to it. It's very peppery. Instantly, shit will start to run, which is what you want. I'm not that good at gargling. I have a tendency to kind of gag on the taste. But if you can, open your jaw up as wide as possible so that it allows the fluid to gargle down deep past the tonsils. So where you get post-nasal drip on the very back of the throat, get it back as deep as you can there. Not the funnest thing in the world, but as you can see, it's getting the job done. Fuck. Need a break. It's getting hot on the tongue. I think that's enough for me. We'll ditch the rest. And we'll go in the bathroom and do the rest of the protocol.